Hello and welcome, I'm Tefera Gedamu. My guest today, Teshalech Tadesse, comes from a background in education. Yet she decided that there are plenty of resources, all local, that one can work with. And from the remains of insect or false banana, she started producing handbags, tablecloths, shoes, earrings, and you name it. What's her story? Teshalech Tadesse, a very warm welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
I find what you do interesting because you don't use fabrics, you don't buy stuff from the market and work on it like the one that you are wearing now. What you basically do is use the leftovers, if you will, from insect. Tell me about that.
I know insects when I grown up. In my family, we had a big compound in Addis. My mother was planting insects.
An insect is basically what we traditionally call a false banana.
False banana, yeah.
Because it looks like banana, or it is of the same?
It doesn't give banana. We can get amicho, ocho, and mostly chukame, bursame, most of the time southern area using and eating that food from insects. So I grown up in Addis, but my mom was planting insect in the compound. And there was people who's coming and insect preparing as a food. And after those processes, they bury it inside. And then after 2 months, we eat kocho, the normal kocho, baking kocho. And we eat the best thing from insect.
Which is basically a flat bread.
Yeah, flat bread. And we are using from the product of koba or insect leaf. Or we can make it the flat one. And the best product from insect is bulla. We can use it as a porridge, and then we can mix it with a kocho and we're eating. So usually there are many types of insects. Some insects are medicine. They have different names and different uses, especially the root part, amicho, for broken bones. It helps for broken bones, and for animals. When they get sick, if they eat the leaf of those insects, they will heal. So insect by itself is a miracle plant. And I am very glad to work on the waste product of insects.
You mean, what do you mean waste product of insect?
Because after we're cutting the leaves, the branch will dry and fall down. So those branches are helping for my design. So those waficho, and after we get fiber too. So I'm using those products from insect. That's my basics to use it.
It's an interesting texture, the dried leaves.
Yeah, it's a dry leaf, but you know what we do? We put it in water. And we can separate, we cut in shapes, like a stick, and then like a woven with the fiber together, and then it can be like a plane. After that, I cut in different way for my design. And I make bags, vases for all household materials, for table mats, and for different purpose. So I'm enjoying working on it.
Is it strong enough? Does it hold? I mean, how?
Yeah, it's very strong.
How strong?
It's very strong because most of the time in the countryside, when you go to southern area, most of the time they use for a mat on the dust. So they are also cleaning with water at the upper side. There is a sun inside under the mat, and they are cleaning with water. It doesn't damage year to year.
What have you added into what they do in the rural areas in the south by using all this material? Here, you produce tablecloths, right?
Yeah, most of the time they use it like a mat and a table mat and a mat for the floor. I added value on it because I'm mixing with woven material. And I make it in different shapes. And now I start...
Woven material means you use cloth?
I use cloth. And I use the tillet for the hanger of the bag and for the round of the vases. Okay. So I added value on it. Yeah, the edge, all the edges.
And what else do you do? I mean, you said you do lots of things. I understand well, as you just said a little bit earlier on, you produce bags, you produce tablecloths, you produce vases, and what else? You also produce shoes, right?
Yes.
Also from the same fabric, from the same material.
Yeah, I mostly use this material. My father is a shoemaker. I grown up working shoes with my dad. All family after the school we are helping our dad. I know how to make shoes. That also helped me. This came from my family, and it's especially the inset inspired me to do it because I know all the materials from inset. And then my father is working shoes. I spend most time with him. He was working with leather most of the time, and now I start mixing with tillet and with inset product and this fiber. And most of the time I match with if there is a scarf, shoes and bags, I make them with those products. And people like it.
What part of it do they like? That mix, that blend?
I changed the style and the design, and I'm mixing the tillets and the fiber. We call it kacha. So it's unusual way, especially those bags. All the time I carry my bags. All the time I wear what I did. And the shoes also I use. And when the people see, especially the inset products, they are looking at, what is this? Some people are calling me and touch, sorry, can I see this? What is this? What the product? And when I walk, some people meet me and visit my store. And that's encouraging for me. Some are saying, well, are you going to carry this inset?
I understand you're wearing now, I mean, I can see that you're wearing earrings. Is also something that you made?
This also, I made it from wafucho, and this is fiber. And a piece of thread. Yeah, I use it for earring too, and I mostly use it for the button after I made those bags, for the key holder too.
What else do you make that you haven't told me this far in our discussion? I mean, you basically do everything. I mean, in terms of, we need those things. People need those things, and they're pretty much used to imported material. I'm sure it's very hard for you to kind of entice people, A, to have a look at what you do, and B, to buy some. The
first thing is, after I decided to work on it, I know there is a struggle because people do not accept whatever you bring the idea easily.
Why? Okay, because it's a new idea, a new introduction, and it's a new thing for them that people don't like it, or simply because they don't appreciate what you do.
Yeah. Some people are saying that way, but most of them are encouraging. We have resources, but most of the time we are looking outside. I myself observe it because I go to different bazaars and I meet people. The first thing I do is promoting what I make. And that's my satisfaction, because if people accept, that's my success. The next part is selling and getting money. My first success is bringing what I make to the people. So sometimes there are some negative comments.
Like what?
Like, we know this. You brought this like a bag. Some people also calculate how that costs. Not the creativity not about the material, but they are calculating, and most of the time they are encouraging. The problem is, you make this is very, very nice, but for French people. Most people are saying.
And you're not using machines to produce this?
Most of the time. I joined the fiber strong part, and with wafucho, we call it wafucho, the dry leaf of inset. I sew it with needles. We all are handmade, all. And this is also organic.
That makes it makes it a little bit expensive.
But I'm selling a fair price.
Cheap is not like, you cannot compete with cheap imported goods.
Yes. This is organic, eco-friendly, and also this is our products. We have inset. This is miracle plant. It resists the drought too. So I think if I even get a nice market, I don't think I will have a resource shortage.
And you're not running short of supplies, right? Yeah. Those leaves, dry leaves, and the other materials, right? They're available. They're in abundance.
Yeah, they are available.
You were a teacher for 10 years, teaching at different schools, and you studied sociology.
Yeah.
But then you decided that it's time to move on and work on this particular project.
Yeah.
It was a very bold move.
Yeah, I was teaching in different schools for the past 10 years. I studied language and sociology. Different schools in different years I have taught. But I decided, starting from last year, beside teaching, I was working this business. Like if there is event in the school, I make some different clothes, their color day, and Christmas. On those holidays and events, I was making designs, and I solve the problem of parents too, because I provide something for the event, and in the meantime, I was getting money. Now
So that basically encouraged you to move forward.
Yeah, encouraged me. And when I see the market and people's interest, I decided to involve in it full time. Still, I teach part time.
The marketing part, as I understand,
Yeah.
through the conversation that we are having now, is the most difficult part.
Yeah.
The creative part of what you do is a little bit, easier, I would say, than the marketing part, because I can see that you have plenty of things to offer,
Yeah.
but the market is a different story.
When I see the market, I mean people's interest. For example, if
In other words, how do you make this available in the market? There is a misconception. The people are not ready to absorb, if you will, what you provide in terms of all these products that you've been telling us this in the course of the last few minutes. Marketing it, this is what you want to have. This is important. This is unique. This is special. Go and buy it. That part is difficult, isn't it?
I open a shop around Imperial Hotel. After I decided, I get a shop because I didn't stop teaching. I still teach in part-time, but I focused on this work because when I see it, not only the market, people start liking it. So if they like, there will be more markets. And then I participate in the bazaars, tropical garden, and last time also I had a bazaar at AU. So it needs more time, and to explain more for the people, I have to be there. So in the meantime, if I am teaching full-time, I can't manage both.
Basically, when you participate in these big bazaars, you've also done the African Union, there's a big exhibition center in town, and including the one that you just mentioned. But then that is one of the marketing strategies that you have employed, but that's not enough, is it?
Yeah.
How do you sell yourself other than finding these places, these events where you can introduce your products? What other means are you using to kind of market, to kind of make this available, so that people can understand what you're doing and buy the stuff that you're making? What other methods do you use?
I take samples for different hotels. Like I supply some of my products at Intercontinental Hotel. There is a gift shop, and Ilili Hotel too. So I look for a market after I produce myself, because I have to explain more about it until I involved in a big market.
You have to be there to explain.
To explain and to help for the workers. I'm working everywhere. So I think it takes some time to get more market.
Because this is basically a startup business.
And also, I am very happy to make with inset to product using this product.
Oh, good selling point.
Yeah.
So have in the last 1 year that you have been in this business full time, have you seen any change in people's attitude towards what you provide, towards your products?
Yes, I can see that, because when I as I told you, I always use my own products. People are looking at me, and some people are surprised. Even some of them I met people in the bazaar or events. I give my contacts. I knew some people had negative comments. Finally, they decided to use and to have my products.
People buy material from you, products, any one of the products that you've told us. And I understand that most of your clients are not Ethiopians, are they?
These days, people start using this. Yeah. For a gift, especially for a gift, they use it.
So what do people think about your products outside of this country? I'm talking about Europeans, North Americans, and so on. Do you get any feedback?
They love it. It's organic. I love their comments. I have many positive comments, and some are ordering again because they don't get it, and I'm the one who's producing this. So I get additional market from the people who took first. They ordered again.
You have employees? Do you have people working for you?
Yes, I have. The 2 people are working with me in the store together. The rest, they are working in their place. I design, and they are making with the shape I give.
And they come with the product, you kind of evaluate it and so on, and say this is fit for public.
I also use a Shimena woven products because, as I told you, for the hanger I use it, and to make it decorate.
You also, you close people like, it's interesting. There is this person whose name is Baruch Eshitla, and he's permanently tied to his bed. He can't walk. And he he kind of posted on his Facebook, researching your story, said, Designer Teshalech Tadesse, owner of Adult Design. She's my designer. Most of my clothes are designed by her. She's creative and devoted designer. If you want to dress nice, call her up.
Yeah. I always design his clothes, in all events.
Why do you do that? I mean, is that another way of selling your products, or you're passionate about what you do in terms of helping people with disabilities?
I'm passionate about it, and I'm very glad to help, when he wears my design, because I met him when he was on bed, and he started walking now. So in the first time I met him when Bet Lambosa was launching his gallery at Piazza. So starting from the first day they met, I decided to design for him. So all the kappa he's wearing is my design in different colors, and he also loves all my designs. If there is any event, I design for him. Also a Guma Award, the second Guma Award, I make bags from this inset for 5 actresses. And also Maya came last time. Maya Hailey, international model.
The model,
yeah,
yes.
She loves the inset. I gave her one bag, a nice one. I just make it. I heard she's here, and I make it in one night, and I gave her next day.
And spread the word.
Yeah, I didn't tell her I make it this, but I just need you. I get her phone from my friend, so I need to see you, and I gave her.
It's not easy to start a business such as yours, and get it going. How hard or how difficult or how challenging is it to get started as far as your business is concerned? Yeah,
it's very hard, especially bringing new things to, if you don't have any supportive business beside, it's difficult until you promote and get in the markets. It's very difficult. Now I'm trying, and I'm still trying, and I'm working hard to get more business and more markets. I'm looking for a market.
Do people in government see what you do, know about what you do? I'm talking in terms of the Ministry of Trade or Industry and all these institutions which claim to be interested in supporting new interventions such as yours. Well, new interventions because of what we talked about.
Yeah.
You use local material, you have that interest in blend, and so on and so forth. Because if you are going to be supported and given the chance, definitely you will shoot up.
I have a connection with Culture and Tourism Minister. Last time they came, we had an event, fashion designers event at Oromia Cultural Center at Stadium. So they came to visit our products. There were many designers, and they see my own product and they love it. I make it from plants, so I'm making in different sizes for wine and for the pen, for the office. So they were very surprised to see that. So I think there will be positive attitude about it. I think I can get the market through them.
But do you want to go your own way too? I mean, are there any plans? Where do you want to?
I love teaching. Yeah, I was devoted.
But as I said, this is a very big stuff.
Yes, when I shifted to this, I decided, because it is different experience as employee, working, getting salary, and it's usual. So when I transferred to decide to have my own business, it's difficult, but I had plan. There are people who works with me. That's also my satisfaction. After I work, they get money, I get money. So promoting this business, also satisfaction. Even if it is very hard, I pay sacrifice. Not only 1 year. 1 year is after I working, full time. I was working very hard while I was teaching. It's very hard staying with the children, and then working this business is difficult.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
It will be successful, I'm sure.
Well, Teshalech, good luck, and thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Okay.